Good evening and welcome to London Stadium in Queen Elizabeth Olympic Park, home of the 2012 London Olympics and Paralympics. And it's also, for the first time ever, the home of the 2017 IAAF and IPC World Para-Athletics Championships. Well, it was a beautiful morning session. The temperature in the evening isn't too bad either. 23 degrees Celsius expected as the high. The wind speed, not really much to talk of throughout these championships, which has been good. The crowds have been piling in, the best ever crowds for a IPC World Para-Athletics Championships. Brilliant scenes, school children in, and the athletes really enjoying themselves. World records, championship records, aplenty. We saw a fantastic evening, a morning session with Dmitry Prudnikov setting a world record, Daniel Wagner with a championship record. It gets underway with the women's shot put F20 final. Eva Derska, three-time para-gold, four-time world champion and the current Euro champion, gets us underway. And Joanna Major goes in the women's 800 metres T11 heats, the newly crowned 1500 metre champion from Poland. Jason Smith, of course, in the 200 metres final, looking to make it a 100-200 double as well. And then we have Barbara Novitsial looking for two in a row in the women's 400 metres T20 final. Roman Pavlik, silver in 2015, goes in the men's long jump T36 final as well.
So it's been a long day, 5 so far here. In the middle of the afternoon, the men's discus throw F52. This one of the seated throwing categories. This is André Rocha of Brazil, the world record holder. Set that world record last month in São Paulo. 1947 was his best prior to this, but going a long way out. 23:09, that world record from a month ago. This further. Brilliant throw by Rocha. 23 meters 80, a new world record and a gold for Brazil. Brilliant effort, and Brazil top of the podium again. So André Rocha with that world record, a Brazilian gold in the discus, 23 meters 80. That goes Apinis of Latvia, European record with the silver, and Sandra of Croatia the bronze.
So let's have a look at the opening event in the field, the women's shot put F20. The name you're looking for down the bottom there, number 10 from Poland, Eva Derska. Triple Paralympic gold medal winner, 4 times world champion, and also the current European champion from Poland. The men's javelin throw F44 competition. Some big names indeed in there. Sandeep from India, who was 4th in the Paralympics last year. The gold medalist back in 2013 from France, Tony Falalabaki, also takes part. Helgi Svensson, the gold medalist from 2013, 2014, 2016, the European Championships. And Akeem Stewart in the F43 class, who took gold at the Paralympics last year. The men's high jump T13 competition. Berdikov of Belarus, gold in 2015. European Championship gold as well, but Mahidi, who's a lifetime best of 195, the Moroccan, and the American at 210, his lifetime best, Isaac Jean-Paul. Another men's javelin throw, this time the F57. Gold medalist from the Rio Paralympics and also from here in London 2012, Mohammed Kalvandi of Iran. number 4 on your list there. And the silver medalist from last year's Paralympics, Hadari of Iran, also takes part. The men's long jump T36 final. Braden Davidson of New Zealand, the reigning Paralympic champion in this event, goes up against the European champion, Roman Pavlik, from 2016 in Grosseto. And rounding up our field events in the evening session on Tuesday, women's javelin throw, F11. Zhang Li Min of China, who took bronze back in 2015. She's a gold medalist in the discus as well in that year. The Asian Para Games gold champion from 2014. So I'm Tulson Tollett. Vanessa Lowe is to my side, and on my other side, it is Will Downing who will take you through the evening's first part of the action.
It's a very good evening, a beautiful evening here. Great Britain, China and the United States have won 11 titles each here. From a host nation point of view, expected to be a little bit quieter tonight, but maybe in the women's F20 shot put, the intellectual category, Sabrina Fortune can change that. We've already seen one throw in this competition from Gloria Apalamanjon, 11.53. She's got that out beyond 12 meters. That's very, very promising. Fortune with bronze in the shot put at the Paralympic Games. So she's got a good chance in this. 4th in the last Worlds in Doha and in Grosseto at last year's Europeans. And Sabrina Fortune is in the lead. 12 meters, 29. Svetlana Pivin of Ukraine. Next to throw in this competition, we've also had a no throw from Mirabin Kaya of Turkey. Major championship debut for Pivin, it's shy of 12, but it will put her into 3rd place for now. Last to throw in this will be Eva Durska, who is the world record holder. Excellent thrower in this F20 category. That's 10.05, and Pivin is in 3rd place. Next up is Inês Fernandes. For Portugal, 11.42 is a season's best. .12.35 lifetime best, which would be good enough for the lead at the moment. That's shy of the 12-meter line, though. Still a little bit of work to do for her. Inês Fernandes, who's twice been a bronze medalist. Grosseto, the Europeans last year, and Christchurch 2011 in the Worlds. She was 6th in Rio in this. Shot put is her main event. 3rd at the moment, 11.06. To put some figures to the words.
Staying with the shot put F20, Anastasia Mizhnik of Ukraine. Bronze medalist in both the last 2 World Championships and also the last 2 Paralympics. Lifetime best of 13.24 for the 26-year-old. .12.11 puts her into 2nd place. Now to the men's javelin throw, F44. Tony Falavaki, his opening attempt. Gold medalist from 4 years ago in Lyon. Well over the 50-metre mark. 58.70 is his lifetime best. So the Frenchman's opening throw, a season best, 52.84. Sandeep of India just missed out in the medal at the Paralympics last year, 4th position. His opener. That's well over the 50-metre mark as well. 54.30, a lifetime best for the Indian. And Vanessa Helge-Spoons, and of course you know plenty about his career. He'll be up later.
Yeah, in this event we actually have different groups of disability involved, which means we have some below and some above knee amputees, which means we have 2 different world records. There's one of the Swedes involved here with a higher disability with a remarkable personal best earlier this year.
Well, Sandeep with 53.04 goes into the lead. The Indian is Lithuania's Jonas Spudis, the 2014 European champion. So Vanessa referring there to Spinden has the world record in the F42 section. Akim Stewart also in this, gold medalist from last year. He's the F43 World and Championship record holder. And Galmij, who has the F44 and F44 Championship and world record, isn't in this. Jonas Spudis, though, he's in 3rd position, 47.26 with his first for the Lithuanian. Mendes Sanchez of Ecuador as we head back to the women's shot put F20, the intellectual class. Mendes Sanchez's lifetime best of 12.25, and guess what? She's beaten it by 1 centimetre to set a new area record.
Stadium filling up just past 7 p.m. on a crisp, cool, but quite bright London Tuesday night. So Eva Durska, she's the final thrower in the opening round of the women's shot put F20. She's never been beaten in international competition. The reigning European, world and Paralympic champion, 4 times world champion, 3 times Paralympic. Bet she's our new leader as well. First major championship gold, 1998 at the Worlds in Birmingham and at Sydney 2000. She's our new leader, 12.98. So first action on the track tonight, it's the women's 800 metres. T11, 3 go in this, with only the winner qualifying for the final. Complete visual impairment.
Our first track action of the evening is the heat of the women's 800 metres T11.
So start off on the outside, lane 7, Diana Laura Carranza of Mexico. Her first major championship, but she's into the 400 metres final on Thursday. Lane 5 for South Africa, Luzanne Kurtzer with guide Voigt McCone, 4th in the 1500 metres here. And the new world 1500 metres champion from Poland, Joanna Mazur. A guide, Michał Stawicki, who's an athletics photographer. Just the winner to qualify out of each of the 3 heats, plus 1 fastest loser.
On your mark, stand up.
Now they'll have to reset. Mazur with that dramatic win in the 1500 meters where she was, what, 5th with 200 meters to go. Mazur, Kurze, Karatsa. 800 meters T11. So away we go. Mazur on the inside, Karatsa Castaneda on the outside, and Kurze in the middle. It's been a great championship for Joanna Mazur. She never attempted anything longer than a 400 meters going into this. Went out in the opening round in Rio, the 400, but had a stab at the 1500 meters here and got it absolutely right. Well guided as well, you'd have to say, by Michał Stawicki, and she's now the world 1500 meters champion. It's the first attempt at a championship 800 as well at international level. Karatsa Castaneda in second place at the moment for Mexico, Kurze in third for South Africa. Nicely spaced at the moment, but Mazur, who lives in Krakow and is with the Start Tarnów club. Good smooth rhythm between her and Stawicki at the moment. Slight margin with Karatsa Castaneda in second place. Kurze behind them all together in third. She's the most experienced, Kurze. There's the bell. 2013, her first major championship, the Worlds in Lyon, but went out in the heats of the 800 meters. Mazur still leading, Karatsa Castaneda in second place, Kurze in third, and Vanessa, good pace by Mazur, no drama so far.
In this event, the guide plays such an essential role, not just guiding the athlete, but also in playing an essential role in the tactics involved.
Yeah, she's keeping good momentum going on the back straight. Karatsa Castaneda just behind, Kurze in third, quite a bit back now, so she's out of the equation. Anybody finishing third in these heats will be eliminated. Winner going automatically through, second placer having to wait. Mazur taking the final bend, but coming wide on the outside. Here comes Karatsa Castaneda, now trying on the inside. Mazur doing a bit of blocking off there. Having to go outside again, Karatsa Castaneda. Mazur hanging on for the moment, but here comes Karatsa Castaneda. Mazur's going to take it with Karatsa Castaneda in second place. It's a championship record as well. What a championship for Joanna Mazur. 2:19.15 breaks the 4-year-old championship record of Annalisa Minetti.
I'd like to have a little look at that though from the angle from straight on, because not sure if there was a slight bit of interference there when they came down the home straight with around 80 metres remaining. Michał Stawicki, the guide of Joanna Mazur, took her out and then brought her back in. I think that's what they're talking about there. That's what they're... Just watch this here. He goes out and just watch him just look straight back in. The question is, was there any interference?
We'll go to the steward's room for an inquiry, there's no doubt about that. But obviously, the guide Stawicki noticed there was a big gap there, but it happened twice. And the judges will have an assessment. She ended out in lane 3, Karatsa Castaneda. Championship record for Joanna Mazur, 2:19.15. Karatsa Castaneda with a new continental record also inside that old championship record.
So here goes Helgi Sveinsson. Vanessa Lowe, talk us through it.
Sveinsson actually being part of the athletes with a higher impairment, which means he is above knee amputee, yet he threw a remarkable world record distance of 59.77 meters earlier this year, which means it's only 5 centimeters away from the below knee amputation world record. That's just a remarkable athlete.
You've got the job. Keep on going. So we wait for Helgi Sveinsson's first attempt, there it is.
That is already a really, really good distance. He can definitely throw farther, and I think he's going to attempt to break his own world record and own mark.
Here's Fernandez of Cape Verde. Well, the African likes that one. Lifetime best of 56.24. Didn't he let out a yelp then? Oh, yes, indeed. We like that one. 54.25 puts him in second place.
Miznik of Ukraine in the shot. 12 meters 11 in the opening round, but she's been very successful at European level. That is an excellent throw by Miznik. Anastasia Miznik into second place, 12 meters 55.
So back to the javelin. Hakeem Stewart, gold medalist from last year, standing start. Look at that power. Always love seeing the big man Hakeem Stewart from Trinidad and Tobago. Fourth of these championships back in 2015. An F43 athlete competing in this F44 class. Holds the F43 world and championship records. How's that for your luck? He's in first place straight away, 54.68. So the second heat in the women's 800 metres T11, the most visually handicapped of the T11, 12 and 13 classes. All the athletes with masks and also eye patches on to make sure it is 100% legal. Margarita Foundes of Chile. She's already been a finalist here in the 1500 metres. She now goes in the 8. The lady took bronze in that 1500 metres. Zheng Jin goes from 5 with Wang Jingpeng. She's also a bronze medalist from this event in 2015. Brazil's Renata Pezon Teixeira, 4th in Rio over 1500. What can she do in the 8? Rodriguez Saavedra of Mexico, the finalist here over 1500, drops down to 8.
On your mark.
So first to qualify, the next fastest to advance through to the final. And they all get away. Out wide in lane 5, it's Zheng Jin, as you would expect. The Chinese who moves up there, and also Pezon Teixeira as well is now taking over the lead. So we're in that order, Brazil and then China as we head around, and all the runners move into the inside after the opening 200 metres. So it's Pezon Teixeira of Brazil. It's Zheng Jin who's in second place, remembering it's only the first who goes through. Rodriguez Saavedra in third place, and then way back it's Margarita Foundes of Chile who tapers off the field a good 20 or 30 metres behind already after 300 metres or so of this race. They move around and take it into the final 100 metres of this opening lap of 800 to take the bell. And it is Brazil in first place through Pezon Teixeira, and Zheng Jin now making a move on the outside around to take the lead, as you would expect. Bronze in the 2015 version of this event. Has a bit of a stutter there, does Zheng Jin, but she's in the lead as they take the bell, with Pezon Teixeira of Brazil in second place, about 5 metres behind, and then just trailing in behind that, it's Rodriguez Saavedra of Mexico. So China 1, Brazil 2, Mexico in third, and tailing well back. And out of this race is Margarita Foundes of Chile, who's on her way out of this competition. At present, Zheng Jin is about 5 metres in front with her guide Wang Jingpeng. All the guides in this race on the right-hand side. Sometimes we see those guides on the left, but in this one, they are all on the right, with the athletes running on the inside of the track. You can throw a blanket over the top 3 at the moment. Only 5 metres separating them. Zheng Jin of China, Renata Pezon Teixeira of Brazil, And still no one's gone, with Rodriguez Saavedra of Mexico in third place, but it now seems to be a move on from Bezern Teixeira on the outside. But Zheng Jin responds, and it's Zheng Jin who leads with around 70 metres remaining in this race. It's going to be a battle on because only the first automatically qualifies. Zheng Jin on the inside. She leads by 2 or 3 metres from Renata Bezern Teixeira. But coming up strongly on the inside, it's Valdez who takes second. So Zheng Jin goes across the line in a time of 2:25.46 in first place. Valdez of Chile has taken in the final place there as we see him over the line, but it's Rodriguez Saavedra who comes home second, but in the lead there with the winning time, it's Zheng Jin who automatically qualifies through to the final. Renata Bezern Teixeira fell away a little bit towards the end, so she'll miss out unless something dramatic happens, because the fastest qualifiers, only one of them will go through, and it won't be her. You just see it tightening up there, the Brazilian, towards the end with that last 100 metres. Zheng Jin stretches out a bit, does exactly what's required, and on the inside there you can see the Mexican, Rodriguez Saavedra. And her guy, Felipe Modesto Eustasio, does a brilliant job bringing her home. The only time she got into second position was about 2 metres before the finish line. Zheng Jin goes across in first place though. So Zheng Jin qualifies 2:25.46, a lifetime best for Rodriguez Saavedra in second. Season best for Bezern Teixeira, a lifetime best also for fourth place Margarita Valdez.
F44 Javelin, and for Canada, this is Alistair McQueen. It's a good, solid effort. Looks to be over 55, let alone 50 from the Canadian. 55.56 is lifetime best for the man from Calgary. Silver in Rio. He'll be in pole position here, possibly. Hakeem Stewart went out to 54 odd. Was way down in Doha in the last World Championships. But that's a new continental record, 55.72 in the lead.
Let's head back to the shot put. Manturi in the women's F20. Out there over the 12-metre mark for the Greek. 12:04, her lifetime best set this year. $12.60 for the Greek. Here's her compatriot. $12.60 for Manturi. Puts her in third position. This is her compatriot, Kirio Minaki. Fourth in Rio last year. Fifth at the last Para-Athletics World Championships in Doha. Just over 12 metres as well. Not up near her lifetime best of 12.50, that's for sure. Just made it over the 12-metre mark. 12.11 equals her second, but her best so far is the first. She's in sixth position.
So the third heat in the opening round of the women's 800 metres T11, complete visual impairment, remember. We've got the European 1500 metres champion going in this, Oznur Alamur, or Yilmaz of Turkey. Here's Paolo Guzman from Chile, who was disqualified in the heats of the 1500 meters, the native of Santiago, a guide Eduardo Navarro. Lane 5 for Turkey, European 1500 meters champion, bronze in the 4 in Grosseto, Osnur Alamur, guide is Atakan Altusnay. 4 major championship medals, all bronze for Julia Santos of Brazil. Newton Vieira de Almeida, her guide. And 3 major championship silvers from Maurizio Rango Buitrago going into these games, and then she won a 4th in the 1500 meters. Maurizio Rango Buitrago of Colombia. Jonathan Sanchez is her guide. So again, it's just the winner automatically going through.
Stand up, gentlemen, please.
Just have to reset, however.
Show the race the green card.
Green card, everybody okay?
On your mark.
So here we go now.
Stand up.
Well, Julia Santos going off early for Brazil. Bronze in the 100 meters in London 2012. This the longest distance she's attempted in a major championship. Girl from Rio. Bronze in the 100 meters in the last 2 World Championships and the 200 in Doha 2 years ago. It's out in the semi-finals of the 200 in Rio.
Stand up.
Julia Santos has gone again. Now, will they be as forgiving this time, I wonder?
Did you want a contact warning to the athletes in lane 3?
Oh, there's a warning, a yellow card in 3 for Julia Santos. Won't be allowed that again.
On your mark.
Fourth time's the charm in the women's 800 meters. Rango Buitrago in 1, Santos 3, Alamur 5, and Guzman in lane 7. And Julia Santos has got off to the flyer that she always wanted to do. I don't believe this. Julia Santos has pulled up. She went away twice. What on earth has gone on there? He's pulled a hamstring. I think her guide has pulled a hamstring. Newton Vieira. That is extraordinarily unfortunate. Maurizio Rango Buitrago of Colombia leading the way in front. That is bizarre. But Rango Buitrago has taken advantage. Guzman in 2nd place for Chile. Bit of a gap back to Osna Yilmaz, the European 1500 meters champion, in 3rd. Well, she was very keen to go off Julia Santos. And then as soon as she did, after going off early twice, it's 800 meters, so no full start applying straight away. But there was that yellow card. And then as soon as she goes, her guide, Newton Vieira, pulls a hamstring. Here's Rango Buitrago, who's leading, coming up to the bell, looking strong. Paolo Guzman of Chile in 2nd place. They go through in 1:12, with Osnur Alamur of Turkey in 3rd place, crossing now and quite a bit off the pace there. Rango Buitrago, silver in the 1500 meters here. Very, very good performance it was, with Ioana Mazur crossing the line somehow ahead of her when she was set to win the gold medal. Well, she's trying to make sure tonight. There's a good gap between her and Guzman in 2nd place over in the back straight. Another long, long gap back to 3rd for Paolo Guzman. Rango Buitrago will be well aware from her guide that there's about a 20-meter gap on the big turn for home. 4 major championship medals: 2011, 2013, 2015, 2017 in terms of silvers, and bronze in the 1500 meters and the 4x1 in Rio last year. Massive gaps between all 3. Rango Buitrago is going to get the win by a considerable margin from Paolo Guzman, and it'll be Alamore in third place. But Maritza Rangabatraga wins 2:29.79, well outside her season's best, but it doesn't matter for her as she is through. Paolo Guzman in second place for Chile, and Osnur Alamore will be in third for Turkey. So Maritza Rangabatraga wins, but what a very, very peculiar start. Twice Julia Santos went off, but she wouldn't finish. In fact, she wouldn't get beyond 100 meters. Bit of a shame.
Yeah, you would think that the start isn't as important for the 800 meter, yet only one qualifies, only the first one qualifies in each race. So you have to get a fast time in the qualification and actually making the final.
Rangabatraga going round in 2:29. And for her, not a lot of drama. Bit of a wait, though. Rangabatraga through to the final. Lifetime best for Guzman and Alamore in second and third, and Julia Santos covered about 70 meters. Qualifiers to the final. Championship record, Joanna Mazur. Area record for Diana Corazza of Mexico. But a good geographical spread, 4 continents in the final.
So back to the men's javelin throw F44. Hakeem Stewart, his second attempt. He's in second position, 54.68 with his first. Well, that's more than 54.68. Oh, Hakeem, you rock. I have a feeling not only is he maybe broken his championship record, his own world record may have gone as well. Oh yes, that's good. Hakeem Stewart, 57.61. He's broken his own championship record. He's in first place.
Now this is Zoe Mantoudi of Greece and her third round throw in the women's F20 shot put. Lead being held by Turska, and that's beyond 12 meters by Mantoudi. Best result, 5th in the Europeans 3 years ago in Swansea. Eva Durska, who's had lots of first places to her name. 8 times championship winner, 4 times world champion. Will we give her the 5th now? Well, she leads by half a metre. Won't be done and dusted for a long time. But 13 meters 18, she leads by half a metre for Poland.
Not bad indeed from Durska. Let's see what this man can come up with. Brunner in his 3rd round attempt. Area record earlier for the Slovakian. Doesn't like that one though, shakes the head straight away. I'm still shaking from Hakeem Stewart's throw before. Igor Brunner, 38.18, doesn't improve on that European record of 45.39. He stays in 11th. Here's Helgi Svensson.
And the question is, can he break the 60-meter mark finally? Not in this attempt, but he has another few attempts to go.
Well, Helgi let out a yelp. He's the F42 world record and championship record holder. That championship record he set in Doha 2 years ago. He was nice enough to set the world record on the 6th of May this year, my birthday. Good man, Helgi. 56.74, a championship record for that man. He's broken his previous one. Men's 400 metres T12 final. 4 starting. There can only be one winner though, unless there's a dead heat.
On the track, we're all set for the men's 100 T12 final.
Luis Goncalves, he'll start as certainly one of the top 2 favourites to win this. Will the man who won this race in Doha in 2015. If you're looking for the fastest time though of this field, there he is. The Moroccan, Mahdi Afri, silver last year in the Paralympics. From lane 3, it's Spain's Jose Luis Fernandez Taula, who took silver in the European Championships last year. And the man who was 4th in the 1500 metres in 2015 in Doha, 8th over 5,000 metres at those same championships in the T13, has been reclassified now to a T12. Akbulut of Turkey. So Kaldi holds the world record set back in 2012. Potra with the championship record way back. 15 years ago, almost to the day. And they get away quickly on the outside there. Goncalves gets away extremely quickly. And then up with him it's Mahdi Afri. It already looks like it's going to be a race in 2 between those. Afri's bringing himself up on the inside, almost level there with Luis Goncalves of Portugal, the man who's defending champion in this event, going for the back-to-back 400 metres T12 double. So as they come around with 200 metres to go, it's Mahdi Afri in 2nd place, chasing down Luis Goncalves. Right back way behind us, Fernandez Taula and Akbulut of Spain and Turkey. But let's look at who's out in front. It's now the Moroccan, Mahdi Afri, silver in this event last year in Rio, who really stretches out with 50 to go. In 2nd place, the defending champion, Luis Goncalves of Portugal. But it's going to be Afri who goes across the line. Just have a look at this time, shall we? 48.61, a new championship record. Well, he's broken a mark which has stood for 15 years. Such is the speed of that man. He's being congratulated by Goncalves, who's saying he's the man. Indeed you are, Mahdi Afri. A new championship record of 48.60 seconds. What a run, Vanessa Lowe.
This event is one of the most competitive ones with a great depth of performance, so that was really an amazing race with an amazing time.
Well, he placed it out as he heads over to pick up that Moroccan flag. Why wouldn't he? Celebrations all round. It'll be 15 years in a week since that record was set in Villeneuve in France by Gabriel Potra of Portugal. And let's have a look at the ending here. Just rounds that final bend with 150 to go. Does Afri. He took silver in Rio. That wasn't good enough for him here. He wanted the gold. Left Goncalves in his wake as he headed down smoothly into that last 50 or 60 metres. Kept his form, showed some panache, and takes the championship record, does the Moroccan Mahdi Afri. Goncalves 2nd. On the inside, it's Turkey's Oguz Akbulut, who finishes 3rd, with Fernandez Taula of Spain picking up 4th position. So there's confirmation of championship record. 15 years in the making that. Mahdi Afri wins gold in the men's 400 metres T12 final.
Back to the women's shot put. Zoe Mantouni of Greece. 5th round throw. Half a metre behind Eva Duska. It's shy of the 12-metre line. and had to pass that. It was a lifetime best for her in round 3 of 12 meters 60 for the athlete that is set for her first ever major championship medal. Britain's Sabrina Fortune has dropped out of the medals now, 12:29 with a first round attempt. Still opportunities in the final round to claw back up. But Mantudi not clearing 11 meters there, stays in second place. That was 10:98. And here is our champion-elect again, Eva Derska, the defending world champion, reigning European and Paralympic champion as well. She's bombarding that 12-meter line. And it'll be knocking around that 13-meter mark again. Wonderful consistency in the pole's efforts. She's 40 now. First major title, the world crown in Birmingham in 1998. 12 meters 90, still leads. Inês Fernandes of Portugal, bronze in the Europeans in Grosseto last year, and bronze in the Worlds in Christchurch in 2011. She's in 8th place right now, 11:44 her best, but another metre and a bit, and that was almost it. And she'd have been knocking on the door of the medals. As it is, it probably would only raise her another place, and she's seen enough. She's actually walked out. Red flag. So Fernandes ends in 8th place, and here's Able Mongenon of France, 11:53, her best in the opening round. Might improve a little, but needed to go beyond the 12-meter line to go up to 6th. So she will finish 7th, and she has walked out. Red flag. She'll finish 7th. So the women's shot put in the intellectual category drawing to a close, as does that category's one-lap competition. It's the women's 400 meters T20. The reigning European and world champion Barbara Noviziel and the Paralympic champion Brianna Clark are both in this.
Next on track, it's the women's 400 meters T20 final.
On the outside, Katarina Husakova of the Czech Republic. No major championship medals to her name yet, but she's still only 19. Same story for Karina Paima, Portugal in lane 8. 5th in the 800 meters of the Europeans in Grosseto last year. First major championship for Inês Maribel Locaborca of Ecuador, who was 2nd in her semi-final. She's in 7th. The Paralympic champion from Rio last year for the United States, Brianna Clark. Children, the 400 meters in the 2014 Europeans in Swansea for Hungary, Erika Kerestesi. Barbara Noviziel, the reigning European and world champion, goes in lane 4. For Hungary in lane 3, the former European 1500 meters champion from Swansea 2014, Ilona Biaksi. Sister Bernadette didn't make it. And in lane 2 for the Czech Republic, another youngster from Prague, as is Husakova. This is Teresa Titarova. So Noviziel, the European and world champion in 4. Brianna Clark, the Paralympic champion, is in lane 6. And they hold the respective records. Clark with a world record in LA, her hometown, last month. 2 Paralympic crowns. 3 1500-meter world titles for Navidziel. Away first time. Clark going very nicely in lane 6. Navidziel trying to pick up in 4, and she's beginning to pick up. But Clark was so impressive in the Paralympic final last year. She's already overtaken Laura Borka on her outside, and Pine and Uzakova. She's gone past all of them. Has she gone out too early? We will see. Clark with a huge lead at the moment. Navidziel way back in the pack, but when they straighten up, the pole might be about to emerge. It's Clark entering the closing straight. Navidziel close by. Laura Borka of Ecuador emerging in a big battle for the silver medal with Barbara Navidziel, who finished second behind Clark last year. Brianna Clark all out on her own. Her mother with the medal in the 76 Olympics in Montreal. It'll be another big medal for Brianna Clark here. And a world record! 56.35 for Brianna Clark. Navidziel second. Looked like Laura Borka in third. But Brianna Clark has done it again, and it's party time. It's her own world record she's smashed. And Navidziel's championship record has gone to. It's all about Brianna Clark.
Clark gave her Olympic mom yet another to be proud. What an amazing athlete.
Well, that was just blistering. And Navidziel, well, she's still a world champion in the 1500 meters, but over the 1 lap. Second year in a row, she's had to settle for a medal that is not gold, because Brianna has been the Clark of the course. Laura Borka got third for me. That's yet to be confirmed, but that was just a scintillating run. Laura Borka is third, Pyman fourth, but that was just an absolutely brilliant, rocketing race, you have to say. And she went out very strong, and she stayed out strong, stayed out all the way. No fear. And she is the world champion for the first time. Major championship debut coming in the Paris last year in Rio. It's her first World Championships and her first World Championship title. It's been ratified at 56.33. Magnificent from Brianna Clark. 12th gold medal of these World Championships for the United States. So impressive. So Brianna Clark is the world champion, a new world record, 56.33. Navidziel with the silver for Poland. Laura Borka, the bronze for Ecuador, one of 5 lifetime bests.
So let's head back to Mendez Sanchez. Women's shot put F20 for the Ecuadorian. That is a new area record for her as she takes the silver medal.
Well, that 2D is being given out for her again. So, this could be interesting. 12.60 is just 12 centimetres behind silver. And it is an improvement. So
Well, the crowd is certainly building. There's Wisby the Bee, the World Para-Athletics Championships mascot.
There's actually 2 of them, and one has a prosthetic, which means the person inside also must have one.
Eva Derska. We know what medal she's heading for. She's seen it a few times before. This will be her 5th World Championship title. 1998, 2011, 2013, 2015, and now 2017. 4 in a row for the lady who's also Paralympic champion. We'll just confirm it anyway, shall we? 13-18 with her third throw. First position for Poland's Iga Deska. She's now the European champion, the Paralympic champion, and the world champion for the 5th time. Hugs all round. Iga Deska, 13.18. A new area record for Mendez Sanchez, 12.72 with the silver. And Greece's Mantuti with a lifetime best of 12.60 takes the bronze medal by 5 centimetres.
Narendra in the javelin. This is the F44. 2 javelin finals on right now, but representing India. He's down the field a little bit, down in 8th place. Akeem Stewart leading for Trinidad and Tobago with that brilliant world record throw. Narendra down in 8th, 50.107 is best.
We're on to a third attempt in the high jump for Milos Rantovic of Montenegro. We have 3 athletes clear.
So a cooler evening than it has been in the past couple of days, but the fans are still in here. They're seeing some top-class action, as they have over the previous 4.5 days. Kalalevaki, season best of 52.84. He's in 6th position. This is his 5th attempt. He's got some work to do, though, if he's to get up into the bronze medal position at least. At least 55 metres needed for that. He's close enough. He's broken his season best already coming into this, which was 49.94. His lifetime best, 58.70. Not up near that. The grimace shows it, he doesn't like it. He's in 6th position, 52.84. He's matched that first throw and a season best.
The next big final, the men's 200 metres T13. That means the 5 times Paralympic champion Jason Smith, the world champion Johannes Nambala, and the European champion Mateusz Michałowski. 4 times major medalist Chad Perez here also. So let's go through the field then. Starting off with the white tiger for Australia. Bronze in the 100 here, silver in the 200 in the last World Championships. For Australia, Chad Perez. First major championship in 8, went out in the heat to the 100 metres. For Cuba, Valeris Lorondo Gutierrez. In lane 7, silver in the 100 metres in the last World Championships in Doha. Disqualified in the 100 here for Brazil. Gustavo Henrique Araujo, full started. The reigning European champion over 100 and 200. The world champion in 2013 for Poland, Mateusz Michałowski. Also para-champion in 2012 in a different category. The reigning world champion from 2015 in Doha. Won the 400 in 2013. Namibia, Johannes Nambala. In lane 4, the 5-time Paralympic champion, 6-time world champion for Ireland, the great Jason Smith. Lane 3 for Switzerland. Bronze in the 100 metres in the Europeans in Grosseto last year, Philipp Handler. And in lane 2 for Morocco, 4th in the 400 metres in the Asian Games 2014, Mohamed Katabou. 100 metres champion Scott Reardon has joined us briefly. Your thoughts, Scott?
Jason Smith, he should get through this here quite easily. It'll be a really close battle for the minor placings, all the way back into 5th and 6th position.
So here we go. Kataboo in 2, Handler 3, Smith 4, Nambala 5, Mihowski 6, Arujo 7, Lorano Gutierrez 8, Perez 9. The final of the men's 200 metres, T13. Further greatness awaits for Smith or for someone else. Away first time, solid start by Smith, brilliant start by Smith in 4, and by Mihowski, and by Perez, and by Arujo. This could be a real battle, closing for home. It's Jason Smith in that familiar position again. It's Jason Smith for Ireland in the lead. It's Nambala in 2nd place, Mihowski in 3rd. Perez moving up, but Jason Smith's done it again. He's the champion of the London Olympic Stadium, just like 2012. He's done the 100-200 double. Nambala 2nd, Mihowski 3rd, Perez 4, 21-41. Jason Smith, unstoppable, world champion 7th time, and another chapter is written in the book of one of the all-time greats. Season best by a long way. Nambala, the world champion, outgoing, gets a silver here. Mihowski, the European champion, in 3rd. The Irish tricolour is out, and Jason Smith, a champion again.
Yeah, what a great competitor. Jason yet again shows his class over this distance and over the 100 metres. He's been the best Paralympic sprinter in the world for a number of years, and he continues to show why he's the best.
Well, Chad Perez, who's won 4 major championship medals, 100 metres here, training partner of you, 4th place this time.
Yeah, I think Chad would be a little bit disappointed with that. He had an exceptional run in 2015 to come into the silver medal position and run a personal best there. So a little bit outside of that, he would have challenged Nambala and Mihowski with the time he ran in Doha. But credit to the other guys, they executed that race perfectly, and real challenge with Mihowski and the Brazilian and Nambala as they approach the finish line.
Absolutely scintillating start by Smith. He burned up the rest by halfway, and in this stadium where he'd already won 3 gold medals, set world records here as well, out on his own in the closing 25, the big battle for the silver medal, because the battle for gold had been won a long time earlier. Nambala dipping ahead of the European champion Mihowski for the silver medal. Perez out of it this time in 4th, but Jason Smith, what a magnificent athlete. He is a national hero back home in Ireland. It's his 7th world title, and he does the double for the 5th global championship. The fastest Paralympian around. It doesn't get any better than that. Nambala doing very well, though, to get 2nd place in the end, though.
Yeah, it was almost a contact sport as they approached the finish line here. Nambala and Mihowski were elbowing it off as they approached the finish line. So, yeah, a bit of contact sport over the 200 metres.
So Smith gets gold again for Ireland, their 3rd of these games. Nambala the silver in Namibia, Mihowski the bronze for Poland.
Time to move back to Rory McSweeney of New Zealand in 7th position. Picked up silver at the last championships in Doha. Did the Kiwi. Up near the 50-metre mark. His season best has only been 48.52. Nowhere near the form he showed last year. 55.80, his best over the lifetime of throwing in this sport. Handshakes and smiles all around, regardless of the result. 49.17, so that season best broken with his first throw. He's in 7th. Back to Tony Falalavaki of France. 6th position, season best of 52.84 for the Frenchman. Alistair McQueen in 3rd position, 55.72. Here's where the bronze medal's at. Well, that's over 50 metres, but it's not further than 55.72. So Paralympic will not be medaling at these games. He took gold 4 years ago in Lyon. He knows what it's like to be on that podium, but it won't be this year. 50-37 with his final throw, he's in 6th spot. Sandeep of India. He doesn't know what it's like to medal. He'd like to. He's 5th. Needs to find a couple of metres from somewhere. 53.04 is best. Well, he's put it all into it. That's around the 53-54 mark.
Roger that.
Can't doubt his effort. I think he knows, though, it's not quite up to the bronze medal standard. 53.02, 2 centimetres below his best in his first throw, which was 53.04. He stays 5th. The man from Cape Verde. Marcio Miguel da Costa Fernandez. In 4th position, he needs to find a metre. Has he found it? No, he hasn't. So he won't be changing positions anytime soon, or any time in this competition. Fernandez, 50-28 with that final throw. He finishes 4th. Alistair McQueen. He's definitely got the bronze medal. Can he go any further? Legal throws with his first couple, and then 3 fouls for the Canadian. North American record of 55.72 with his second attempt in 3rd position. Everything into that. It's up around the 55-metre mark. Svensson in the silver medal position. 56.74 for him. That's what he needs to beat. It won't be big enough. So Alistair McQueen confirmed with the bronze medal after 54.35 in his final attempt. Time to move back to the track. The women's 800 metres T54. The opening heat of 2, the great Tatiana McFadden will look for a 4th gold medal in these championships when she goes in the second heat, looking to get through to the final. Plenty of interest in this one as well, though. Australia's Jemima Moore couldn't make it out of the heats in the Rio Paralympics. Will be looking for better from lane 7. Ma Jing, whose hero is the US basketballer, or former basketballer that is, Kobe Bryant. She'll need to fly like him in this one. Diane Roy of Canada, 7th in Rio, 4th in Lyon back in 2013. Amanda McGrory, 4th in the Rio Paralympics, just missing out on a medal there. She'll be hoping for better, having made gold back in 2011 in this event. Annika Zien, the flag bearer at the closing ceremony at the 2016 Paralympics. And Manuela Schär, Switzerland, gold in the 2014 European Championships in this one. 5th last year in Rio. And a silver medalist in Lyon back in 2013. That's what they've got to beat, though. Tatjana McFadden, who holds both the world record from Switzerland in 2015 and the championship record from Lyon back in 2013. And away they get, no problems whatsoever there, and going up very quickly is Ma Jing in lane 6. So she takes the lead, but coming up on the inside now, Manuela Schär is also putting her wares straight away. So just remembering the first 3 do go through in this. So if there is a breakaway, there's going to be no real need to expend energy, because it is the first 3 who automatically go through. It is Manuela Schär who's out in front from Amanda McGrory in 2nd place, and Ma Jing is back in 3rd. That is the order as we head around with 150 metres to go in this women's 800 metres T54. That will be the first step they'll take. They'll go for the bell, and then the pace will certainly quicken as they move around from there. It's Manuela Schär who leads from Amanda McGrory, and then it is Ma Jing who takes up the running in 3rd place, and then from there it's Diane Roy from Canada, and well back is Australia's Jemima Moore. Annika Zien is also well back there. Roy's in 4th place. She wouldn't want to slip off because it's only the first 3 that go through. So as it is, out in front, it is Manuela Schär, it's Amanda McGrory, and it's Ma Jing. No real move has been made yet. They realise they're quite a way clear from 4th place, Diana Roy, and then way back in the field, it is Manuela Schär who is leading them through. Jemima Moore has dropped right back at the tail of the field there with Annika Zien. So it's Manuela Schär who leads them around into the home straight. This is going to be the 3 that goes through. There's going to be no doubting about that. Schär in 1st place, McGrory in 2nd, Ma Jing who's in 3rd. It's now just a question of what order they're going to finish in and who wants to gain that possible psychological advantage. Schär comes down to the line, and I think it's going to be Ma Jing who snipped her on the outside. Manuela Schär takes 2nd, and it's Amanda McGrory in 3rd place who goes through. And then further back is Diane Roy, Annika Zien, and Jemima Moore brings home the field in that one.
So rounding off the javelin, Helgi Sveinsson of Iceland, that F42 championship record. There are 3 categories throwing in this, but it's not been done on points, it's been done on distances. So round 3, championship record, 56.74. This is his last throw. Needs an extra metre to take the goal. For Iceland, Sveinsson, long, probably not long enough. Gave it a good tilt.
He has it in him. I'm not sure if that was long enough. I'm not sure if he's close to his personal best. Probably not.
Sveinsson has missed out. Silver for Iceland, gold for Trinidad and Tobago. 55.09 that was, 56.74 his best attempt. Stewart wins with that world record in the F43s of 57.61. So here comes his final throw. Aking Stewart will be top of the podium again. Hardly a runner. Unbelievable strike. Look at that. That's a zinger. And that's around his world record mark. Stewart's old world record was 57.32. A new world record, 57.61. And what was that? It was long, it was very long, but just behind 56.64. What a technique. Just stands there, flings it. It's been a great year for German javelin throwing, but you'd love to see him at a Diamond League meeting or two, never mind the distances. I think the crowd would love it. They do here. Gold for Stewart of T&T.
I'd love to see an able-bodied javelin thrower throw that distance out of a standing throw. Just amazing.
Come on, Vetter, give it a go.
I'm unabashedly going to say he's my favourite as well.
So Stewart with the gold for Trinidad and Tobago, the new world record. 57 meters 61. Svensson, the championship record, silver for Iceland, and a North American record for Alison McQueen of Canada with the bronze. Even Igor Brunner in the 11th managed to get to an area record in his category.
So here we go back to the opening heat of the women's 800 metres T54. It was a race in 3. Manuela Shah was the one who led the round for most of the race. Amanda McGrory in 2nd position, and Ma Jing of China in 3rd. Diane Roy was well back, as you see there on the left of the screen, in 4th position, and Ma Jing made a play for it right at the very end there and snuck the win. Right on the line. Manuela Shah taking 2nd, and automatic qualifier number 3 is Amanda McGrory. Ma Jing with a lifetime best of 1:51.51.
Well, what a thrower Akeem Stewart is for Trinidad and Tobago. That standing start. He's not that far off the 60-metre mark.
Most people who do that from a standing start, their arm would go with it.
So now Tyson Gunter going in the men's T13 high jump. Least visual impairment, and he is clear. 188. So far, Luis Felipe Gutierrez has cleared it, and Gunter as well. Isaac Jean-Paul of the United States yet to go in this. Sergei Berdakov has missed one attempt to 188. Everybody else is out, so 4 left in it. We'll keep you up to date. And here is Sergei Berdakov of Belarus. Also seen him in the long jump. So he missed his first attempt at 188 as he did at 182. He's cleared the rest, but he hasn't cleared that. He's in trouble. He's down in 3rd at the moment, but with Isaac Jean-Paul not yet entering a mark. Skipping everything up to 2 meters. Heat 2 of the women's 800 meters T54. The world champion Zhou Li Hong of China is in this, and the Paralympic champion Tatjana McFadden. So from the outside, the reigning 100 meters European champion, 4th in the 200 here in London, Zubeyde Süpergeshi of Turkey. 7-time Paralympic champion, 14-time world champion. She's won the 200, 400 and 1500 here. 800 the last for Tatjana McFadden. In lane 6, 3 bronze medals of the Europeans in Grosseto last year. For Switzerland, Alexandra Helbling. Lane 5, 7th in the 200 meters here. First major championship for Maria Manuel, also known as Noemi Alphonse of Mauritius. The reigning world champion over 800, 500 and the 4x4 relay. From China, Zhou Li Hong. Lane 3 for the United States. No major championship medals yet for Susanna Scaroni from Washington. And in lane 2, 4 medals of the Europeans at Grosseto last year, 3 of them bronze, including the 800 metres. Gunilla Wollengren. So the top 3 to go through to the final, and the next 2 fastest losers. McFadden in 7. She'll be fast away again. Zhu Lihong, the world champion. Be interesting to see this direct head-to-head battle between these two. McFadden, remember, did not compete in the last World Championships in Doha. They were late in the year, in October, clashed with a few big city marathons. She races those 2. She wins those 2. McFadden ahead out in 7. Zhu cutting inside very early. McFadden still ploughing through, waiting to hit the bend. Now here she goes, well out in front, with Zhu in 2nd place. Helbling trying to move up, but McFadden, as usual, is in a class of her own, way clear of the rest. Wollengren trying to move up. Scaroni is in 4th place. Abeda on the inside for Turkey. Heading towards the bell. It's McFadden, it's Zhu, Scaroni, Supergetchi, Wollengren a good distance back in 5th place, and for Mauritius it's Alphonse in 6th. So USA, China, USA, then a bit of a gap back to Turkey, Supergetchi in 4th place. McFadden's played this very well. Remember, it's the top 3 to go through, and the top 3 quite a good bit clear at the moment. McFadden, of course, leading them all out, with Zhu Lihong in 2nd place. A girl from Shanghai, Paralympic marathon champion. Pip McFadden on the line in that. McFadden has a lot of knowledge about her as a result. Scaroni, the 26-year-old from the northwest United States, in 3rd place. Closing straight. McFadden on the way to winning this. And McFadden comfortable all the way through. She led from gun to tape, and she wins it. McFadden takes it, Scaroni 2nd, and Liu is in 3rd. Long way back then to 4th place. Looks to be Helbling who's taken that. And we'll have to wait to be a fastest loser, but numero uno again. She even hates losing heats. It's Tatjana McFadden.
Tatjana McFadden, not only one of the most successful athletes, but also one of the most humble ones.
Absolutely great work by her. Wonder what Scott Reardon makes for the best women's T54, your fellow world champion.
T54, best T54 woman in the world, it's got to be Angie Ballard. Not Angie Ballard.
Ask a stupid question. What a great break that was, though, by Tatjana McFadden. Right from the gun, away she went. And Scaroni coming up on the inside for China's Zhu Lihong to take 2nd place, but McFadden taking top spot again. I asked for that.
I think he misheard you. He didn't have the cans on, so I'll give him the benefit of the doubt on that occasion.
McFadden wins 152.46. Scaroni in 2nd place in the United States, with Zhu Lihong in 3rd for China, and Helbling also qualifying in 4th place.
He's too busy responding to text messages after his win yesterday in that T42 100 metres final.
Berdikov, 3rd and final attempt in the high jump, and he's out. Was the championship record holder, goes out at 188. So Gunter and Gutierrez have both cleared it, and Isaac Jean-Paul of the United States waiting to come in. Gutierrez has skipped the next 3 heights. They're going straight to 196. Talk about upping the stakes. It was awkward, but actually wasn't a bad attempt. It's the old scissors jump. It's about 50 years, 49 years since Dick Fosbury invented the modern Fosbury flop.
I used to do the scissors jump when I was younger, until I did myself a mischief.
Gunter, like Gutierrez, like Isaac Jean-Paul, skipping those 3 heights. So 196 for Gunter. The stakes and the bar might be just too high. Would have been a lifetime best by a centimetre for him. Not a long way away, but massive pressure being put on them because of Isaac Jean-Paul electing to enter at 2 meters. Been a computer malfunction. Gutierrez was given a clearance there, which was wrong. Gutierrez having his 2nd attempt here. So here he comes, Gutierrez. 196. Not quite this time. That seemed a combination of a bit more flop, a bit less scissors, but the same result. So back to Gunter, aiming for that lifetime best. Berdakov already out. He's won the last 2 European high jump titles and was the outgoing world champion. So this is Gunter's 2nd attempt at 196. He's pointing at the electronic board, which still has Gutierrez's name, but that doesn't affect his actual standing. All he has to do is clear it. Silver in the high jump in Lyon 4 years ago, his only major championship medal on a global scale. .195 is lifetime best from earlier this year. Gutierrez has had 2 misses. This is Gunter's 2nd attempt. Currently in the joint lead with Gutierrez, but Isaac Jean-Paul waiting in the wings to go at 2 meters. The world record at T12 is 2:02. So here comes Gunter. That will be a struggle for him. Previous effort was closer. That's not enough lift.
The men's 400 metres T11 final. Di Dong Dong, Descarrega Puigdebel, Daniel Silva with the world and championship record holder, and Timothy Adolphe of France. Out in lane 7, it's Adolphe who runs with Jeffrey Lamy, his guide in this visually impaired category, the most difficult, most impaired. Daniel Silva, defending champion, world record and championship record holder of Brazil. He goes from 5. In lane 3, Descarrega Puigdebel of Spain. Silva in this event back in 2015. He's the gold medalist from the Paralympic Games as well. This man here, Di Dong Dong, has already won bronze over 100 metres at these championships. So the man to look out for in lane 5, Daniel Silva, world record holder from 2011 and championship record holder from 2013 in Lyon. Will we see something special this evening? Just takes a little bit longer for these athletes to get themselves organised. Vanessa Lowe, let's get a prediction from you.
That's really hard to say, but being in a T11 final means already being in the top 4 in a stellar field, so it's going to be really, really tight game.
And this event especially depends so much on the guide. Wendell de Souza Silva, who goes with Daniel Silva in lane 5. And they all get away at the first time of asking. No worries about the starts at all. Everyone gets away quick. D Dong Dong's got away well on the inside, already making up plenty of ground there. Puigdebel Descarrega has also got well away, but Daniel Silva down the back straight, it's really starting to stretch out now. They've got 250 metres to go. Timothy Adolph has done well on the outside. No one's spoken about him, but he's doing ever so well. Here's the man who's the bronze medalist in the European Championships from last year. But now it's Daniel Silva who starts making up ground as they come round into the final 100 metres. Out wide, Timothy Adolph's in trouble, and Daniel Silva comes past on the inside. It may well be a battle to see who gets the silver, but Timothy Adolph has gone again. Daniel Silva on the inside in lane 5. Can Silva hold it? He's struggling. Daniel Silva, he's gone. Timothy Adolph is going. Oh, Timothy Adolph has gone down, and the winner. Wow, what a finish! Oh, the winner of Spain's Descarrega Puigdebel. Wow, that was a finish indeed. Daniel Silva, he stumbled, he tripped, he went down. He eventually got across the line. Was he in his lane? That is the question there as to whether he'll be disqualified. Timothy Adolph looked like he had it. He went down with about 5 minutes to go. And the man who comes across from absolutely nowhere, Gerard Descarrega Puigdebel. Silver in these championships back in 2015. He may have done it slightly by default, but he'll take it. Well, I thought it was going to be a very quick time indeed. In the end, those who were going to run a quick time went down. Just watch this here. The man in green on the inside, you see his guy trying to come along, but he's gone. He is absolutely gone. Daniel Silva, his legs are everywhere. The lactic acid's got him. Timothy Adolph in the blue on the outside. I think his guide has got distracted across to the left, and he's helped the athlete come down. So, well, there is drama of the highest, Will Downing.
Well, that's incredible. Silva would have got the silver there, but his guy crossed the line first. He's been disqualified. Looks like he'll be disqualified. I think Adolph might be disqualified as well. It could be silver for D Dong Dong, who crossed the line in 4th place. But at various stages, Silva was going to win, then Adolph, and now Descarrega. It's incredible.
Well, Adolph down in tears, as you can imagine. They thought they were there. But I think Timothy Adolph's guide there may have been somewhat at fault. He saw Daniel Silva going down, and I think he brought down Timothy Adolph. You just see here, you see the guide of Daniel Silva there, just trying to drag him along. He knows they're in trouble. He knows they have to go up to Timothy Adolph. Adolph looks fine. There's no problem there whatsoever. And then just there, as Daniel Silva starts to struggle, the guide of Timothy Adolph looks across, and as he looks across, I think Adolph has almost tripped into the back of his legs, and they've gone down. That'll be a disqualification for Adolph because the guy went across first. Descarrega Puigdebel takes the gold.
I think Silva's going to be disqualified as well because he was dragged by his guide about 20 metres from the line. But because the guide crosses the line before Adolph, he's disqualified. That's it. At the moment, Adolph's being given 2nd and Silva 3rd. But I think they're both going to be disqualified. Adolph definitely, Silva 95%.
Well, drama at the highest level. Drama at the highest level indeed. You see there, Daniel Silva looks across to the right.
It's this point here where Silva is disqualified, I think. I think he'll be disqualified
He goes out of his lane there, does Silva. Then he comes back in, and the guide might have just gone across, and then you see the guide of Timothy Adolph, who has gone across. But Silva, it's 50-50 at the moment as to whether Silva has been disqualified.
Adolph will be. Silva, strong chance.
So let's have a look at this. It's unofficial at the moment. No disqualifications as yet, but I'm pretty sure there will be. Gerard Descarrega Puigdebel of Spain picks up the gold medal. Timothy Adolph of France at this moment is in the silver medal position. Daniel Silva, the current world record and championship record holder, finished in 3rd position. Jae Dong in 4th.
T36 long jump, Yang Yifei of China, his first attempt in the competition. Good, solid effort. That's a 5-meter effort. Maybe this will be a bit more of a straightforward finish in this Vanessa Lowe.
This is going to be an interesting event for Australia. We have the young Braden Davidson in this competition. He has been nominated for Rookie of the Year for his remarkable performance in Rio. So let's see what he can perform today.
Yang Yifei, 5:26, season's best.
He's got the hairdo of the championship.
Gutierrez, 3rd attempt at 196 to stay in the competition. And it's all over. Changed his technique midway through. He was nowhere close. He took it off with his head. Or hit his head with something anyway.
I think he hit his head on the sidebars there. It looked like it really hurt. He started giving it a bit of a clatter before he actually hit the actual bar itself. But here is Tyson Gunter of the United States, his 3rd attempt. 196, not cleared by Tyson Gunter.
It opens up a very interesting position. Gunter and Gutierrez are our joint leaders, so if Isaac Jean-Paul, who's entering at 2 meters, misses, that's a joint gold for Gunter and Gutierrez. But we will see. Davidson for Australia, round 1 of the long jump. Braden Davidson. 5 meters would get him into the medals for now, and that's just about done it, I would think.
This was a first good approach. I think this is going to get him in the lead position. Going to set him up for a good competition.
He's the reigning Paralympic champion. Bronze in Doha at the last Worlds.
Now Evgeny Tursunov, of course, with Russia not here, being ineligible at these World Para-Athletics Championships. Braden Davidson in 2nd position, 5.13 for the Australian.
Isaac Jean-Paul going for a world record at 2:11. Oh, yes! 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 What a way to win gold! Magnificent! A new world record, Isaac Jean-Paul. The final of the men's 400 meters, T53, features the reigning Paralympic champion, Pongsaran Paya, the former Paralympic champion, Aladwani, and the former world champion, Pierre Fairbairn. Brett Lakatos has won the odd event himself. The outside in lane 9 for the United States, the 400 meters bronze medalist here, Brian Seaman. The 2004 Paralympic champion over 400 meters in Athens, Hamed Aladwani. The reigning Paralympic champion over 400 and 800 for Thailand, Pongsaran Paya. Thailand have only won 2 medals here, and he one of them, a silver. The world champion from 2002 over 400 and 800 from France, Pierre Fairbairn, bronze here in the 200. Gold in the 200 meters here. The reigning 100 meters Paralympic champion for Canada, Brent Lakatos. Lane 4 from Korea. Silver in the 400 and the 800 at the Asian Games in Incheon 3 years ago, Yoo Byung-hun. Lane three for France, silver in the 4, bronze in the 1 at the Europeans in Swansea 2014, Nicolas Brignon. And in lane 2, bronze in the 100 metres in 2013 at the Worlds in Lyon, Osvaldo Silva. Hong Suk-man with the world record, championship record held by the 8-time world champion Brent Lakatos. The final of the men's 400 metres, T53. So away they go, Silva, Brignani, Yu, Lakatos, Fairbank, Payo, Alanwani and Seaman. Superb start by Brent Lakatos, as always, for Canada, based in Britain, in Loughborough, with his wife, gold medal winning Steph Reid. Solid start by Payo as well, for Thailand, the Paralympic champion, winning the silver medal here in the 200 metres. Ahead of Fairbank, behind Lakatos, setting his stall out here. Lakatos is up for a fight now, heading towards the final bend. Lakatos is drawing in on Payo. In between them, Fairbank in third place. They straighten up. It's Lakatos, it's Payo, it's Lakatos slightly out in front. Is he going to do a double here? Brent Lakatos for Canada. Yes, he will. Oh, Canada! Brent Lakatos wins it. Payo with the silver. Fairbank the bronze. 47.57 is a new championship record, and Brent Lakatos the 200-400 double. Great win for the Canadian.
He proved his fabulous form when he broke an incredible 5 world records over 10 days earlier this year in Switzerland, but now he's also the gold medalist in the 400 meters, so congratulations.
Yes, Brent Lakatos, a 9-time world champion for Canada. And that famous Paralympic gold, over 100 metres in Rio, having won 3 silvers at London 2012 in this stadium. Fairbank, the veteran, with the bronze, 17 years after his first major championship medal, and this is his 13th at world championship level. 8 Paralympic medals too. Payo leading at this stage, but Lakatos was well in his stride by this stage, coming into the closing straight, overtaking the Thai, who was on his way to his country's 3rd medal here, but none of them gold. Lakatos has 2 now. Lakatos taking it, Payo in 2nd, and Fairbank, well done with the bronze.
Let's go back to the man who's already broken the world high jump record. He thought he might have done it again. He didn't know. Isaac Jean-Paul of the United States. The foul there. He cleared 2:14. Broke his own world record, which he set only last month.
So Lakatos, the gold for Canada, championship record, 47.56. Payo the silver, Fairbank the bronze. Huge drama a few moments ago, and we have an update.
Well, this is where Daniel Silva looked as though he was going to win the race, the World Championship and Paralympic world record holder. Well, he goes down, doesn't he? And then on the outside, it's Timothy Adolphe, who also goes down. And I can tell you that both of those have been disqualified. Adolphe disqualified, Daniel Silva disqualified. That means the gold medal goes to Gerard Descadega Poudreval, and 2nd place to Di Dong Dong, who actually came home, was coming home in 4th position, but he finishes in 2nd, 53.38 for him. We told you about that world record at 2:14. In the men's high jump. This was how he did it. Isaac Jean-Paul already had the world record. Wow. That was a few moments ago. Let's see what he can come up with as he goes further. 2:10 was his world record heading into this set in Los Angeles. 2:17 is where he's at now. That would be 7 centimetres coming into this if he can clear it from his previous world record. Oh, he's done it! That is a jump and a half, a wobble. It moved. Look at the other athletes. They're as happy as him. Isaac Jean-Paul. He broke his own world record at 2:11. He went to 2:14. He's now gone to 2:17. Don't set it too high, Sunshine. You'll never break it again.
A set of marks to savour. 2:11 was spectacular, but this ludicrous.
There it is. He missed the first at 2:17. He cleared that. He went to 2:20. Surely it couldn't happen. Oh, yes, it could.
Roman Pavlik in the long jump. The T36 final. A pass master for Ukraine. Decent sprinter as well. Solid effort, 5.5 meters. And obviously with the coordination impairment, Vanessa, you've got to adapt your technique, don't you?
You do, and often those athletes also have a hard time controlling their minds, so they need a good assistance of a coach.
4-time Paralympic champion, 4-time world champion across the track, relays and the long jump. Won this in 2013 and at London 2012. 5:63 lifetime best. He's our leader. Yang in the second round. 5:14 in the first. That's another solid 5-meter plus effort. Silver in the 100 meters in Rio, 7th in the long jump, but well in contention for a medal here. World record held by Evgeny Torsunov of Russia, who isn't here. Yang Yifei waiting. He is in the medals at the moment, and now it's the silver medal position, 5:25.
Well, we saw something a little early, didn't we? Julia Santos, she pulled out of the 800-metre heats in the T11. She's back for the 100. The guy looked like he'd done his hamstring, but they are going to line up in the women's 100 metres T11 final. No Libby Clegg at these championships, of course. She's injured. No Terenzina Guilhermina, the championship record holder from Brazil. That lady there, what a Ruman, wears eye masks of favourite cartoon characters. Semi-finalist in 2015 she was. Esperanza Gicasso, 4th in 2013. She's already won the bronze here over 200 metres. Zhao Gowa goes from lane 5 with Xi Dengpu. 4th in 2015, that was in the T12 category. She's been reclassified since. Silver in 2016 in the 100 metres in Rio. Well, here is a surprise. They pulled out a little earlier on. Julia Santos goes from lane 7 after pulling up after around 50 metres of the 800 metres heat with a guide did his hamstring. Bronze medalist in this back in 2015. So it's Wanaruman who goes in 1 from Thailand. Gicasso of Angola in 3. Zhao of China in 5. And Santos of Brazil in lane 7. So these athletes do take a slight while longer to line up. Needing to be tethered there, as you can see, with the outside runner, Julia Santos. Well, wouldn't this be a story if she wins on the outside? Start already. Away they go. Santos does get away reasonably well on the outside, but on the inside there, it's Zhao Guohua, who's really raced away. Let's keep an eye on the championship and world record here. And Zhao Guohua goes over the line, and looks like it's going to be quick. It's 12:17 in the end. And it is Santos who looks as though she snuck home for the silver medal position there. But that was all about the Chinese athlete, Zhao Guohua. She got out very quickly from Xie Dengfu. She finished silver medalist last year at the Paralympics. The season best time there of 12.16 has been rounded up to. Santos of Brazil does come home, and also a season best of 12.66 in second position. Angola's Chicalso Esperanza takes third position. There is Zhao Guohua of China, and Vanessa Lowe, she got away very quickly and held her speed throughout.
What a worthy athlete to fill the gap. Libby Clark from Great Britain lived at this World Championships.
Yeah, no, Libby Clark, of course, the world record holder from last year, the Paralympics. She's out with injury. Santos just struggling a bit towards the end there, but she does get home for second place. So no Clegg, no Guillermina, but we have Zhao, season best and gold medal.
We have Isaac Jean-Paul looking for new heights. He's broken the world record 3 times tonight. 2:20, his latest world record attempt. Not very close. He might have found his limit for now. Considering the world record 15 minutes ago was 2 meters 10, might be asking a lot. But he's still got 2 more goes. Off just with the shoulder blade. He's given us all some excitement tonight. His first major championship, his first miss. Look at all those world records. No wonder he came in at 2 meters. Davidson in the long jump.
Braden Davidson of Australia, gold medalist in Rio. Currently in second position, third attempt, 5.30, his best so far. Lifetime best of 5.70. But that's under the 5.50 mark by the looks of things, Vanessa Lowe.
He definitely can do better. He has to do better if he wants the gold.
What does he need to change there?
I'm not quite sure. I think there's a bit of power missing in the last step. So he hits the board fine, so you may have to go back a couple of centimeters to hit the board a bit better with a bit more power.
Well, he's improved by 3 centimetres, but the Aussie remains in the silver medal position. This man, though, isn't in any silver medal position. What a jumper indeed.
Blocking out the rest of the stadium. Isaac Jean-Paul, a real crowd pleaser. A T13, this 24-year-old has given the crowd here a lot to shout about tonight. From a home point of view, it was due to be a quiet night. Not when this man's around. Jean-Paul! His limit might just have been reached. He's given this a couple of very, very good goes. Again, wasn't terribly close, needs an extra bit of lift to get there. he'll know that. But remember a World Championship finalist from Berlin, the IAAF in '09, Deirdre Ryan, telling me that you don't clear personal bests in training. So he probably hasn't been over 220 before tonight. Or above 210, which was his world record from what feels like years ago, but was set this year. Mariusz Jobczak in the long jump, the T36. For Poland, a leading European athletics nation now in the IAAF and the World Paralympic circuit. 478 in round 2, round 3, maybe a slight improvement. White flag.
I think he concludes round 3, so the film will be reset in theory.
From Poznan, bronze in the Europeans in Grosseto last year, and silver in Swansea. Twice a long jump silver medalist. Jean Paul has the gold, he has the world record. Can he get another?
He misses out. So close for Isaac Jean-Paul, but he's broken his own world record 3 times. 2 meters 10 coming into this. He went 2:11, 2:14, and 2:17. He is the gold medalist here in London.
Obviously, it's not the old Sergei Bubka way or Isambiev getting 100,000 every time they break a world record, because he's done it 3 times tonight.
Have a look at the difference between first and second place. 29 centimeters in total. World record for Isaac Jean-Paul. Tyson Gunter of the US makes it a US 1-2. And Cuba's Luis Felipe Gutierrez takes second as well.
Gunter and Gutierrez were jump for jump, undividable. Both will get silver. The latest 100 meters final is in the T47. In this, the reigning world and Paralympic champion, Deja Young of the United States, the European champion, Alicia Fodorov of Poland, and the Asian champion, Wang Yanping of China.
Next on the track, it's the women's 100 meters T47 final.
Starting off with Li Lu, bronze in the 200 meters, the reigning 400 meters Paralympic champion for China. In lane 3, defending her crown, the reigning Paralympic 100 and 200 champion, still the reigning world 100 and 200 champion, or will she be in a couple of minutes? In lane 4 for Turkey, no major championship medal on the track yet for Dilbert Tanrıkulu. That will change one day. Lane 5 for Greece, silver in the long jump, bronze in the 100 in Swansea in the Europeans in 2014, Tilani Smaragdi. Lane 6 for Great Britain, from Wiltshire, 5th in the 100 meters in Rio, Polly Matov. Lane 7 for Japan, bronze in the 400 meters in Rio, Tsai Tsuji. Lane 8 for China, the reigning Asian Games 100, 200 and long jump champion Wang Yanping. And in lane 9 for Poland, the reigning 100 and 200 meters champion of Europe, Alicia Fodorov, formerly the world 400 meters champion from 2006 in Assen. No Unides Castillo, at the moment, she's gone into politics. So Deja Young, the world and Paralympic champion in 3. Wang, the Asian champion in 8. Fyodorov, the European champion in lane 9. The final of the women's 100 meters. T47. Lee in 2. Young in 3. Tanrakulu 4. Smaragdi 5. Maton 6. Tsuji 7. Wang 8. Fyodorov in lane 9. They're away first time. Good start by Lee Lu, but here comes Deja Young. Deja Young for the United States, about to successfully defend her title. Young coming up, Fyodorov in second, but it's Deja Young all over again. Fyodorov and Lee Lu fighting for the silver. That's gone to a photo, but Deja Young, 12.40. She's retained a 100 meters title, and like in Rio, it's the 100, 200 double. 12.39 has been rounded down to, and Deja Young, a great champion on the double. Young has run free. Fyodorov might just have got the silver. She doesn't know yet. Jean-Paul Young. Gold is in the air.
And how nice is it to share the moment with your teammates?
And Fyodorov gets the silver ahead of Lee Lu, who wins the bronze. What a fabulous race. So tight between Fyodorov and Lee Lu for the silver. Deja Young celebrating with Gunther as a silver and Jean-Paul as a gold. And Young has another gold. United States, what a night of success it's been. But Deja Young out of the blocks very well. She's at Wichita State University at the moment, being run close by Lee Lu there, alongside her in second place. Lee Lu with a brilliant pacemaker for a lot of that race, until Deja Young put the foot down, and away she went for another gold. It's her 5th major championship gold medal, 3 world, 2 Paralympic, and Fyodorov takes the silver, marginally ahead of Lee Lu. But a fine start by Deja Young. Obviously, it's an arm amputee, ambulant category. It means the balance has to shift a little bit. She's got a lot to deal with, but 12.39 for 100 meters is very, very solid. Lee Lu starting very well indeed in lane 2, but Young in her stride quickly and on her way to world gold, and she knows it. Out of the blocks very well. Fyodorov fighting very hard, but when it came to it in the end, it was Deja Young all the way.
And as you can see, she is not that classic arm amputee, yet she has a nerve dysfunction in her shoulder, which makes it unable for her to move her shoulder properly, which is really important for the sprint.
Deja vu for Deja Young, the women's 100 meters T47 champion. Fyodorov the silver, Lee Lu the bronze.
Let's go to the F11 women's javelin throw. Murby of Canada, silver medalist at the championships back 2 years ago. Season best of 23.23. Nothing the matter with the actual throw itself. Just a distance that maybe needs working on in the future, but this one is good with a lifetime best of 23.69. She goes in the first position to start with. Rodrigo Pereira da Silva, his 4th attempt in the men's long jump, T36. White flag given. What did you make of that, Vanessa?
It looked a bit long on the last step, which means he probably gave away quite a bit of speed.
Matches his season best of 5:47.
Zhong in the Javelin. Women's F11. Complete visual impairment. The athletes are totally blind. That's shy of 30. But it will put her in major medal contention. So Zhong, with a new championship record, is in the lead, 26.05.
A cloudier evening than we've seen over the last couple of days. Overcast, I guess you could call it. Overcast for this man at the moment too. Braden Davidson, the Paralympic champion, in third position at the moment with his fourth round jump. Up around the 5.5 metre mark, Vanessa.
That looked like a good approach to me. Let's see if it gets him in the lead.
I don't think he's too happy. It improves, but it's 5:37, but he stays in third position.
He gave quite a bit away at the board because he jumped off way and truly before he had to.
The perennially successful Pavlik, round 5 of the long jump. Looking for gold again. 5:63 in the opening round. He's come quite close to that in the previous 2 attempts, and he's come very close to that again. Each of his attempts so far have been good enough for gold in their own right. And Pavlik has done it again, another 5:63 and another equal lifetime best for Ukraine. Good night for the United States. All those golds, up to 14 in total now. China have won 12, and Britain with none tonight, but they've 11 overall. So the hosts will be happy enough. Tunisia, Ukraine, Brazil, having fun times too in London town.
Well, the USA have had a good evening. It may get better for them. Raymond Martin, the world record and championship record holder, and the men's 400 metres T52 goes up against the man who's the reigning world champion, Tomoki Sato of Japan.
Next track fight is the men's 400 metres T52.
Beat Bush of Switzerland. He'll start from lane 9, 6th back in 2015. Gold medalist of the 2002 World Championships. Gianfranco Iannota, the first of the Americans in this race. He took bronze last year at the Paralympics. The reigning world champion, Tomoki Sato, lifetime best of 56.35. Silver last year in 2016. That's because this man took gold, the world record and championship record holder. Silver already here over 1,500 metres. Unyabado, the second of the Japanese, bronze already over 1,500 metres at these championships. He took silver in Doha 2 years ago. Peth Rungsri of Thailand, he went 5th in the 1,500, drops down to the 400 metres for this. He was the gold medalist back in the World Championships in 2006. Mario Trindade of Portugal will go from lane 3. Bronze medalist at the European Championships last year. And Colombia's Christian Torres from lane 2. 6th in the 1,500 metres, 5th in Lyon 4 years ago. Class aplenty across this field. World champions, Paralympic champions, champions in general.
On your mark.
the men's 400 metres T52 final. The 14th of 18 gold medal events this evening. What a Tuesday night.
Set.
Ray Martin gets away in lane 6 very well. It's already up on the outside of Sato and gone past Sato as it is. Also doing well there is Gianfranco Iannotto, who took bronze back in 2016 at the Paralympics. So at this stage already way out in front, taking over everyone with around 250 metres to go. It's Ray Martin, the Paralympic champion, also the world and championship record holder. But here comes Tomoki Sato, who took gold in 2 years ago. They've got just under 200 metres remaining. It's already down to the man who's the Paralympic champion and the man who's looking to defend that gold medal from 2 years ago in Tomoki Sato in the red on the outside. But here goes down the final straight. It's Ray Martin who's being caught by Sato on the outside. Sato's making up ground. As he got him, Tomoki Sato has taken Raymond Martin. Let's just have a look at the time, shall we? This is going to be quick. Oh, it's a championship record, 56.79. Tomoki Sato in first place. Comes across the line. It was Ray Martin, the Paralympic champion, who took second. Well, he's lost his championship record. It's Inubaro of Japan who's come home in third position. So Japan take first and third position. And Raymond Martin comes home and takes the silver medal. So 2 silver medals now for that man, Ray Martin here. 1,500 metres and 400 metres silver. He's disappointed. He put up quite a fight, but Tomoki Sato timed it to perfection. Took the lead with around 80 or so metres to go. You just saw Uembaru, who took the bronze medal, confirmation of that. But Vanessa Lowe, you think Ray Martin, when he comes into that straight, is going to hold on, but Tomoki Sato, what a finish from him.
That was really just a two-man race, but this time Sato got the better of the race. Usually Martin likes to focus on the longer distances. The sprint disciplines is quite difficult for him because he's having a hard time accelerating. He has a really high impairment of the arms and hands. Therefore, the very special gloves, you say, they use a lot of momentum in the back end of the race. So Sato got the better. Sato is the world champion.
Brilliant explanation from Vanessa Lowe, the women's long jump T42 world champion. As Tomoki Sato, the rising sun of Japan, takes the win. Raymond Martin in the background there takes silver. 7 versus 6. Seven wins out on this occasion. Championship record for the double world champion in the men's 400 metres T52. Tomoki Sato, championship record 56.78. Ray Martin takes the silver, and it's Japan in first and third with Uembaru with a season best 102.27.
Fifth round of the long jump T36, and for New Zealand it's William Steadman. He's had 4 no jumps in a row. Will this one count? He used the board. It's over 5 metres. 5:37 is the bronze medal mark at the moment for Braden Davidson of Australia. An improving para program. We saw that with Anna Grimaldi in the long jump in Rio, and of course Liam Malone on the track, who's here as a commentator. Steadman loves it. He's equalled his lifetime best, 5:35. He's 2 centimetres off bronze. De Silva round 5 for Brazil. 5:47 is best, and that's around 5.5 again for Rodrigo Pereira de Silva. He's having a little look. 5:47 is 16 centimeters off the lead, which is Roman Pavlik's lifetime best. Considering everything he's won in his career, is quite something for the Ukrainian. Pereira da Silva will need something around his lifetime best in order to challenge that. Oh, that's excellent. 5:55, second place and 8 off gold. Davidson with his penultimate attempt, that excellent 5:37 in round 4. Didn't use a lot of the board there, I think, Vanessa.
Yeah, he still has some issues with the run-up. It seems like he can't quite find his mark.
White flag, but gave maybe 15 centimeters away. The board is 20. Well, it is coordination impairment. Getting 100% right, even in the IAAF circuit, isn't always possible. 5:36, gave 15 away, but it's still bronze.
It looks like this time Pavlik gets the better of the two. The duo had a really good competition in Rio. Last time Davidson was able to win the gold, but this time it looks like he can't back that up.
So Pavlik given the white flag. The European champion. Bronze in Rio last year. Silver in Doha in 2015. At this stage, he's going one better. 5:62, so a centimetre off his best jump so far. But still a lifetime best, and he's in gold medal position.
Further track action on the way. So getting ready for the 200 meters T37 final. There were quite a lot of 200 meters finals that were dropped for Rio 2016, but are back in this program. So there is no reigning Paralympic champion from the previous cycle.
William Stephen of New Zealand had a foul in the final round of the long jump. He remains in 4th place. Next up is the athlete in...
That's another high-quality field. So the final of the men's 200 meters T37 features the former world champion Sofiane Amdi of Algeria, won that in 2002. Charles de Toy, who won both sprint golds in Rio. Well, on the night that Ireland won their 5th medal here, and one of the medalists is alongside us in the commentary area, Paul Keown of Ireland. From Cushinstown AC in Meath, he goes in 9, his 3rd major championship, but the first in which he's been able to start. First major championship for Michał Kukowski of Poland from Poznan, he's in 8. In 7, the 2011 world champion over 200 meters, Sofiane Amdi of Algeria. Lane 6, the reigning Paralympic 100 and 400 meter champion for South Africa, Charles de Toy. In lane 5 for Brazil, the long jump silver medalist in Rio, Matheus Evangelista Cardoso. In lane 4 from Alexandria in Egypt, the 2011 meters world champion, Mustafa Fatala Mohammed. In lane 3 for South Africa, first major championship for Ruben van Rooyen. And in lane 2 for Iraq, first major championship for Sajad Al-Waha. So de Toy with Paralympic glory, Amdi and Mohammed with world golds to their name. The The final of the men's 200 metres, T37. Du Toit with the 2 sprint successes in Rio. Al-Waha in 2, Van Rooyen in 3, Mohammed in 4, Evangelista Cardoso in 5, Du Toit in 6, Hamdi in 7, Kukovski in 8, Paul Keown in lane 9. The final of the men's 200 metres, T37. Away first time, solid start from Du Toit in 6, and from Evangelista Cardoso Brazil in 5. Those two are the best start by a long way, and Hamdi coming up for Algeria as well. Du Toit in the straight. It's Du Toit and Evangelista Cardoso. It's stride for stride. Du Toit pushing up for South Africa. Du Toit's going to take it. Evangelista Cardoso in 2nd place. Hamdi in 3rd. Mohammed looked to get 4th place. What a finish, 23-28. Du Toit had to fight for that, but he's the world champion for the first time. Du Toit and Evangelista Cardoso, neither of whom have won a world championship gold before, and Du Toit pulls it off, 23-27.
And with this gold medal, Charles Du Toit is taking over the legacy of his former teammate, Fanny van der Merwe.
Hamdi doesn't need get 3rd place and the bronze for Algeria, with Mohammed in 4th place. Celebration time in the London Olympic Stadium. And the man with 2 Paralympic golds is now a world champion. What a start by Evangelista Cardoso, as well as Du Toit. And the South African had to fight very hard. Keown actually with a good start for round as well. The man based in Dublin. But as they straightened up, Hamdi was coming up to the fore. At this stage, Evangelista Cardoso was the leader. But Du Toit knew he had a fight on his hands. And away he went with 40 to go. Born in Pretoria, based in Stellenbosch, he dedicated his Paralympic golds to his deceased uncle Johan, and he is the world champion here. But what a head-to-head this was.
He really had to fight for this, and he did.
Just edged out Evangelista Cardoso in the end. One of the fastest times of Cardoso's life. Very close to a lifetime best for him. But Du Toit wins gold for South Africa. Gold Du Toit, silver Evangelista Cardoso, bronze Hamdi.
Men's long jump, T36, Yang Yifei, his final jump, he's in 5th position, 5:25 his best so far. That doesn't appear to be much of an improvement, or the improvement which you'll need anyway to get up into the medal positions for Yang.
5:05, so he remains in 5th place. The last 2 athletes to jump.
You can see what big effort they have to put into this. With their high disability, with a high impairment, it's really hard for them to get the run-up right and to get the coordination right.
5:05, so Yang in 5th. Braden Davidson, the Paralympic champion, with his final jump. In the bronze medal position at the present time. He won bronze 2 years ago, but he wants much, much more this time. He's going to have to pull something special out of the bag. That is much, much better, Vanessa.
That must have been the best jump so far for him.
Well, his lifetime best is 5:70. We've seen it after his previous 5 attempts. He hasn't been very happy at all. A smile on his face there, so he's the man for the big occasion. It may not be enough to take the gold. It's not enough to take silver either. He improves by 3 centimetres, 5:39. He picks up the bronze medal. So that means this man here, it's a coronation. Roman Pavlik, European champion. silver in these championships 2 years ago. Bronze last year at the Paralympics. It's going to be gold this time around for the Ukrainian. He knows it. Gets the white flag, but it's not going to matter. His final jump of the competition. Pereira da Silva giving the congratulations already. The Brazilian will pick up the silver medal. Ukraine will pick up gold. Roman Pavlik, lifetime best of 5.63. Twice he jumped at his first and fourth round jumps. He picks up gold. Australian bronze, Brazil silver, Ukraine gold.
So Pavlik takes the gold for Ukraine. Another major title for him. Rodrigo Pereira da Silva, the silver, and Braden Davidson of Australia, the bronze.
So the crowd's here inside the stadium still. 3 track races remaining on this Tuesday evening session. Let's go to the F11 Javelin. Zhang Ling Min in her 4th round throw. It's the worst of the visually impaired category. No improvement, she remains in the bronze medal position, does the Chinese athlete. Here's the current silver medalist, if it stays as it is, Ness Murby of Canada. Murby threw a lifetime best of 23.69 in her first attempt. Song Hu Min leads the way though. Championship record with her first of 26.05. Very similar to her best so far. Just waiting for confirmation of what it is. 23.58. Murby remains second.
2 athletes still without a mark, so the leaderboard could change. But here's our leader with that championship record in round 1, Zhang Hu Min. Well, that tipped quite quickly. Chances are that won't be an improvement for the reigning world champion. She's had the 2 best throws of the competition. That fine PB by Ness Murby of Canada, having her in second place, but 22.19 for Zhang means she won't extend her lead. But it's a very good set of marks.
Time for the 3rd last event on the track program for this evening. The women's 200 metres T36 final. With the gold medalist from the Paralympics last year, Shi Yiting of China. In lane 8, the lady who was 4th at the 2014 Asian Para Games, Wang Sheyan. Yanina Andrea Martinez of Argentina goes in lane 7, 4th at last year's Paralympics, bronze back in 2015 in Doha. Min Jae-yeon of Korea. She goes from lane 6, she was silver in 2016 at the Paras. There's your reigning Paralympic champion, Ye Shiting of China. Personal best set at the Rio Games. Yan Kwok Ban of Hong Kong. Bronze at the 2014 Asian Para Games for her. Enkina of Ukraine, the 23-year-old, her first major championships. And in lane 2, Yu Chun Lai, the third of the Hong Kong athletes competing in this race, her best of bronze over 2002, she also picked up bronze in Lille. World and championship record held by Wang Fang of China. Well, they've been asked to stand up. This, of course, the coordination impairment category. Just give us a quick explanation, Vanessa.
They have an impairment of all 4 limbs, so they have a hard time in standing still throughout the start. Usually it comes also with an intellectual impairment, therefore the unusual situation here is confusing for some of the athletes.
Well, the Paralympic champion goes from 5. Here you can see standing there in the red, Shi Yiting. This time they get away with no problems, and she does get away very well indeed. She's already up just about into the lead as they go through the first 50 metres. She is powering away, and Shi Yiting of China just on her outside. That is the Argentine of Yanina Andrea Martinez, who's in the silver medal position, and then on her inside, that's Korea's Jeon Min Jae, but coming down to take the gold medal without any doubt whatsoever. It is Shi Yiting in a championship record time of 28.92. It's the Argentine Martinez who picks up the silver medal. And then it is on the inside of her, Jeon Min Jae of Korea, who picks up the bronze. But that was quite a run from Shi Yiting, the Paralympic champion. She might be exhausted, she might be tired, but she's just got herself a new championship record, which has stood for the last 15 years. Quite an athlete indeed. Now owns the Paralympic and World Championship medals in this race of the women's 200 metres T36. Well, it took them a while to settle at the beginning. They were asked to stand up. The green card was given. But she, the only athlete who stood there with the rest going to her blocks. Outstanding start, outstanding bend, Vanessa, an outstanding victory.
It almost looks like she's running a time trial, no real competition in this run, so remarkable gold medal, remarkable athlete.
Yeah, that record set at the World Championships 15 years ago in the Stade Métropole in Lille, and was exactly a second slower than the world record, also from one fine set in Athens at the Paralympics in 2004. If anybody's going to break it in this generation, you imagine it has to be Shi Yiting.
Well, that's Shi running the bend. On the left there, you see Jeon, who picked up the bronze medal. A distance back, but you can see the coordination impairment of the limbs there, so it does become a lot more difficult for these athletes. But there's no doubting that lady there, her class, her capabilities. Another goal for China, who've made a run over the last 24 to 36 hours up near the top of the medal table. Just so much distance in front, Vanessa, as they come into the bend.
Especially with their shortened up muscle strings from their disabilities, so they have a hard time stretching out over the last couple of meters. The more tired they get and the more tight they get, so.
Well, there's the championship record. I just wonder how far it could go if she had a bit of competition up there at the front. Shi Yiting with a championship record takes the gold. Yanina Andrea Martinez with the silver for Argentina. And Jeon Min Jae takes the bronze.
So back to the F11 women's javelin final. Zhang Liangmin in round 5. Penultimate throw. 14.89 at best so far. Complete visual impairment, remember. So the athletes are totally blind for this javelin event.
Our next thrower, of China, who is the defending world champion.
Zhang leading, the reigning world champion. Zhang won the discus of the last Worlds and the discus and the shot of the last Asian Games. Twice the Paralympic discus champion. But here's our leader, Zhang Huimin, with that championship record earlier of 26.05. And that'll dip around 25. No markings around there, it's a bit shy of the 30. But when you think about it, Vanessa, it's a remarkable event, isn't it?
Definitely is, and the officials here have to be really careful because the javelin is quite a dangerous weapon, so, and those athletes can't see, so it is really dangerous, yet the officials and especially the guides are doing an amazing job here.
It's a decent throw, 23.55, Zhang in pole position. Into the final round. Now, a bit of a wild card here. There are two athletes who've had 5 no throws, and Paraskevi counts as one of them for Greece. And that's a red flag. So a no mark for Cancer. And that's the end of her competition. This is one event that doesn't go down as easy. Campos has found the same. Oh, that's a good throw! That's a great throw! 5 no throws. I think she's won something here. Campos, literally out of nowhere. Campos was out of the running, and now she's in the silver medal position. 24.90, just like that. The 200-meter finals continue, and this is the T38. In this field, the reigning Pan-American champion, the reigning Asian champion, and the reigning world champion. The Paralympic 400 meters champion is in this too. It's a very good field, this. Lane 9 from Iraq. The reigning Asian Games champion over 100, 200, 400, Abbas Al-Daraji. In lane 8 for China, the reigning world 200 meters and long jump champion, plus the Paralympic 100 and long jump champion, Hu Jianwen. In lane 7 for Colombia, the reigning 400 meters world champion, Juca Velasquez. In lane 6 for Brazil, silver in the 100 meters in Rio, Edson Pinheiro. Lane 5 then for South Africa, the Paralympic 400 meters champion, Dion Buys. Lane 4 for Colombia from Medellin, the 400 meters bronze medalist in Rio, Vaina Javier Diaz-Mosquera, even has a stamp in his honor. Lane 3 for South Africa, the world 400 meters silver medalist in Doha 2 years ago, Union Sekalwi. And in lane 2 for Canada, the Pan Am champion, Kyle Whitehouse. The world record holder, such success for him in London 2012, Evan O'Hanlon. Well, what a field. Everybody in this has won a medal in their career. 6 of them at a global level. Dian Boyce, the Paralympic 400 metres champion. It's Whitehouse, Sakalway, Diaz Mosquera, Boyce, Pinheiro, Hooker Velasquez, Hu and Aldarashi. The final of the men's 200 metres, T38. Away they go, good start Boyce, good start Pinheiro, also Hu in lane 8, what a start by Hu in lane 8. They'll straighten up, Pinheiro in 6, Boyce in 5, real spread, all trying to catch the reigning world champion, Hu Jianwen, there it goes Boyce, Pinheiro is tying up, there Boyce in South Africa, Boyce wins it, or does he, on the line, tight between him and Hu, only by 100 or 200 surely, for the South African, 22.68, Evan O'Hanlon's records are safe, but Boyce looks to have dethroned Hu, and he's got the gold. 22.67. That was incredibly close. And the reigning world champion has been dethroned by an incredibly small margin. 0.02 of a second, and it was still a lifetime best for Hu. Boyce has it confirmed now. 22.67. He has the gold. Hu the silver, and Hooker Velasquez the bronze for Colombia with a new South American record.
What a quality field. No one could get close to Evan O'Hanlon's record though. We're going to be really excited to Evan O'Hanlon in the 100-meter final going head-to-head with his main competitor, Jianwen Hu. So, but congratulations here for the South African.
Evan O'Hanlon, who had the co-commentator's job at the last World Championships in Doha. What a start across the board, but particularly from the world champion from 2 years ago, who got away very solidly and well. Excellent start by Pinheiro, but remember it's coordination impairment. The spasticity will kick in, and it did for the Brazilian there. But Dian Boyce coming through brilliantly in the final 50. Powering home ahead of Hu to take the gold by a slender margin. His first World Championship gold to go with his Paralympic 400 metres title from Rio by that margin. 0.02 of a second. Hu in second, Hooker Velasquez the bronze. Boyce determined by that stage. At the last World Championship, silver in the 200 and the long jump. He won 3 silvers, 4 silvers actually in Lyon, but now finally he is a world champion.
0.02 of a second. We are talking centimeters here.
We're pretty much talking millimeters. But Boyce, so close, couldn't know, couldn't glance across on the line, it would have cost him. Dipped without the awareness of whether he was a world champion or not. Good time, he thought it was him, but he couldn't be sure. Hu going full belt down on the near side in lane 8. That's what won him the 200 metres title in Doha, and the 100 metres crown in Rio. Going and so close, and then pipped on the line by Boyce. Dian Boyce, the world champion for South Africa in the men's 200 metres, 22.67. Hu the silver for China, Hooker Velasquez the bronze for Colombia.
Let's head back to the men's javelin, or women's javelin I should say. Ness Murby of Canada. Currently in the medals. Lifetime best of 23.69 with her opener. Shake of the head. $22.57. Not good enough. She takes the bronze medal. Here's our leader. Jung Hoo Min. Championship record of 26.05 with her first. The gold medal is assured. Isn't going to break the championship record she set with her opener. 6 successful throws though, no fouls among them. Consistency indeed. Celebrates Jung Hoo Min knowing she has the gold medal. Championship record of 26.05 for Jung Hoo Min. Well, we saw Murby talking with the official a moment or two ago after her final attempt. She's been allowed to retake her third attempt after protesting.
Well, it's an interesting situation. 23.69 in the opening round at best, but she needs an extra metre. Basically, it needs to be around 25 metres in order to go up into the silver medal position.
Well, I don't think I've seen that before. $23.28. No improvement for Ness Murby. So she'll have to be content with the bronze.
23.28 was also her final round attempt. Might be another discussion there, but as it is, Murby has the bronze.
And there's confirmation of the final result in the women's javelin throw F11. Championship record for Zong takes the gold. Isabella Campos in silver position. Ness Murby, lifetime best of 23.69, picks up the bronze. Well, there's dancing going on, but it looks like a little bit of rain falling inside the stadium as well. The final event of Tuesday evening, the men's 200 metres T54 final. If you like it hard, if you like it fast, this is for you. Nathan Maguire of Great Britain, one of two going in this event. He was 7th at European Championships in 2016. The man inside him, Richard Chiosaro, was disqualified from the 800 metres last night, which will be rerun on Friday evening. Marcel Hug won it. He was disqualified, reinstated. That will go on Friday evening. Yassine Garbi, silver here already over 1,500 metres. Never raced 200 metres at a major championships prior to this, but don't discount him. Mark Xu, 6th over 100 metres already here. 4th in 2015 at the Worlds and 6th in this event at the 2016 European Championships. Leo Pecatati, he knows how to win. He's already taken gold over 100 metres. Can he do the 1 and 2 double? Kenny Van Veegel inside of him in lane 4, the championship record holder. Bronze over 100 metres here. 2 bronze and silver in the 2015 games in Doha. Yuki Nishi of Japan, semi-finalist in the 100 metres, his first major championships. And Eric Hightower of the United States, the only American athlete to go in this. The heat in 2015, 5th in 100 metres here at these championships. Interesting story about him. In 2014, he was visiting family in Cincinnati. His wheelchair was stolen, and after social media appeals, it was found on a baseball diamond just outside Cincinnati. 2008, the world record was set. Zhang Lijin, 24.18. Is it under danger? Kenny Van Beagle holds the championship record set 4 years ago. You just saw a man there who holds the championship record. He's got away well. Also on the outside of him, Leo Pecatati is the best away though, and he will lead as they head into the final 100 metres. So it's Leo Pecatati out there in lane 5. Pecatati leads from Van Beagle, but coming home very quickly on the outside. It's Yassine Garbi. Yassine Garbi's going to get it on the line, is he? It's Garbi who gets it from Kenny Van Beagle, and Leo Pecatati gets up the bronze medal. Well, what a finish, Yassine Garbi. I said he'd never raced over 200 metres. That's a championship record of 24.87, rounded down to 24.86 for Yassine Garbi. Well, what a finish indeed for the Tunisian. He picked up silver already here over 1,500 metres. He's now got gold over 200 metres, racing it for the first time at a major championships. Kenny Van Beagle came home in the medals. He picked up the silver by the barest of margins. And Leo Pecatati of Finland takes the bronze.
What a finish by Garbi. Kenny Van Beagle had a couple of issues. His front tyre lifting up, costing him a valuable couple of seconds, so he had to settle for the silver.
Well, you can just see there, can't you? Pecatati is the quickest out by an absolute margin and a half, but they stick with him. Yassine Garbi, you can see there in the black shirt and red helmet, 3 in from the left of your screen. He rounds the bend. Kenny Van Beagle's up there as well, but Garbi, he is such a powerful finisher. Just watch this. He's about 3 or 4 or 5 metres behind with 60 metres to go, but this is how you finish one of these T54 races. You can just see Kenny Van Beagle's wheel just lifting up slightly, which has probably cost him the gold medal. 2, 3, 4 times it lifts, right on the line there it lifts. Yassine Garbi getting across the line. Just watch on the far side, the man in orange. You can see his wheel just popping up behind Leo Pecatati. That's at least 3 times. Goes up again there. Just can't quite get the rhythm, but Yassine Garbi of Tunisia. What a man indeed. Championship record held from Kenny Van Beagle, who took silver. The world record didn't come under threat, but the championship record did. It's now Yassine Garbi's. Takes the gold, Kenny Van Beagle in silver, and Leo Pecatati of Finland with the bronze medal.
With the season's best in 4th place. And personal best will acquire.
Magnificent victory for Yassine Garbi. Tati leading for a long time and almost denied a medal full stop. Gizarro was 600s behind in 4th place for Britain.
Well, let's now have a look at the men's javelin throw F57. Yassine Garbi successful there in the T54 200. Here is the Iranian, Papi. His 5th round throw took the gold medal for Papi. His teammate Calvandi with the silver medal, a season best for him of 42.18. And it's a trifecta for the Iranians. Abdullah Haddadi Til with a season best for him of 41.83 metres. What a run, how's your luck? Looking pretty good indeed. 1, 2, 3. Personal best, season best in the men's javelin throw, F57, gold, silver and bronze.
Another cracking night of action here. And a fabulous, fabulous crowd here again. What a night for the United States. 3 gold medals and another magnificent world record from Jean-Paul. We had young as well, with China bagging a couple more golds. Great Britain still on 11, and Ireland with gold number 3, the second for Jason Smith. If he was a country, he'd be up in 13th in the medal table, or thereabouts. The young boys taking gold for them tonight, fantastically. De Zita with a couple of golds for Latvia. Apinas with a silver. Wagner with the long jump gold for Denmark. India succeeding in the javelins. Trinidad and Tobago. Stewart, unbelievable in the javelin. What technique he shows. So many nations with so much success. France, no golds yet, but they still won 4 medals along with Mexico. They've got Lefer in the front row, the commentary area here. Belarus, Hungary and Korea with a bronze apiece.